Hello everyone, my name is Matthew, and this is Learn the Lingo. Welcome to Lesson 83 of Hebrew Basics, a series where we learn the essentials of Hebrew grammar. Today, we're going to be learning a couple of roots that are used in the Hitpael binyan and are irregular. The root nun he gimel makes the call verb linhog, which means to drive. The Hitpael often has a meaning of doing the action the root has in the call to oneself. That's reflexive, to drive oneself. In other words, to behave. This Hitpael infinitive is regular. Lahit naheg, to behave. Now, what root letter could cause an irregularity in certain forms? We've seen in many other binyanim and verb forms that when we have a second root letter that is a guttural, that's aleph, ein, chet, or hey, any forms that would have a shva on that letter will have a patach shva, since these letters cannot have a shva. The Hitpael infinitive doesn't need a shva on this root letter hey, so it will be regular. Some verb forms in this binyan are supposed to have a shva though, like the she form of the past tense. This verb, she behaved, will not be hit naga, with a shva on that root letter hey as is usual, but hit nahaga, with a patach shva on that guttural. Another root that has a second root letter that is a guttural is resh, aleph, hey. We've seen this root used in several binyanim. The basic kal ra'ah, he saw, the causative hifil, hir'ah, he showed, and the passive counterpart of the hifal, the hofal, hor'ah, he was shown. Resh, aleph, hey can also be used in the Hitpael. And since in the kal it makes the verb to see, in the Hitpael this root will mean to see each other, a reciprocal meaning, doing the action to one another. This root has two root letters that can make its Hitpael verbs irregular. The guttural second root letter aleph, as we said, and the third root letter hey. The infinitive to see each other replaces the regular last sere vowel and third root letter hey with a vav with cholam and tav that say ot, making the irregular verb lahit ra'ot, to see each other. In modern Hebrew, lahit ra'ot is not only used as a verb, but also as a farewell. Lahit ra'ot, see you, or goodbye. This irregularity with the ot ending happens with the infinitive of every binyan whose third root letter is hey. The kal lir'ot, the hifil lahir'ot, and here the Hitpael lahit ra'ot. In fact, all the tenses of roots whose third root letter is hey have basically the same irregularities in all binyanim. The present tense has an ending in the masculine singular form, mitra'eh, which is removed for an ending for mitra'ah in the feminine singular form, im for mitra'im in the masculine plural form, and ot for mitra'ot in the feminine plural form. The future tense forms also have this ending with a sagol, as in nitra'eh, we will see each other. This ending is removed if other endings are added. From titra'eh, we can remove and add u to make titra'u. You will see each other, masculine plural. The masculine singular imperative is regular, hitra'eh, with its last vowel as a tsere. But the feminine singular and masculine plural imperatives remove that ending before adding their own endings. Hitra'i is the feminine singular command, and hitra'u is the masculine plural command, see each other. The he form of the past tense has a kamatz as its last vowel, hitra'ah, which in many forms will change to e. Hitra'inu, we saw each other, or hitra'item, you saw each other, masculine plural. The they form removes the ending in hitra'ah and adds its u ending. Hitra'u, they saw each other. The she form is always quite irregular when the third root letter is he. We have to change that he in the hu, he form hitra'a, to a tav, and then add the she forms a ending. We also need to change the gamats on the second root letter to a schwa, but because in this root that letter is a guttural, aleph, it will just be a patach schwa. These irregularities are again very similar to those in binyanim like the kals, ra'ata. The Hitpael verb is hit ra'ata. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. And if you want to learn more Hebrew, please consider subscribing to my channel and checking out some of my other videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.